everyone, and welcome to Mercy Kill, the show about rusty runs and the runners behind them. I'm Skybills, your host, and this is episode 72, JokerShellOk. That is an SMW mod with Shovda. Before we get started here, a few announcements on behalf of Games Done Quick. GDQ will be live from TwitchCon October 20th through the 22nd. The event will take place on the Games Done Quick stage, as well as streamed live on our Twitch channel. Use !GDQX in Twitch chat to find out more info and to check out the schedule. Awesome Games Done Quick 2024 will be live in person January 14th through the 21st in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Use !AGDQ in Twitch chat for more info. Feel free to add Games Done Quick on Twitter to let us know what you're hoping to see on the games list. Remote volunteer applications open up September 25th, so keep your eyes open if you would like to help out with AGDQ from the comfort of your home. So Shovda, how are you doing? It's wonderful to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm doing pretty good.
So we've had you on before, and we did have some various SMW mods on. By the way, just so y'all know, Shovda is an absolute master of SMW mods. Now, again, I know Shovda be like, nah, like Shovda's good, like really, really good. And SMW Kaizo is some of the most popular Kaizo content. So Shovda, what got you into this form of content?
I started out with Super Mario Maker back in the day because I watched a lot of Orator, and I figured if he could do it, I could do it. And so I started with that, and then after a while I got a little bored, and I found out about SMW mods, and I tried it out one day, and from there it just stuck.
Yeah, so what is your, if you could pick one, maybe not I'm not going to say to pick your favorite, because I know that's very difficult, but to date, what is one that really sticks out to you or that you've enjoyed a lot?
Actually, this one, JokerShellOk, is absolutely my favorite mod I've ever played, and one of the only ones I've ever speedrun purely for, the passion of it, because I've enjoyed it so much.
That is something I love to hear, so passionate about this game. I asked you about this in the pre-show, and I'm glad you didn't tell me because I want to be surprised here on the air. What is the lore behind the title of this mod?
So there's a German streamer named JokerStreamOk, and the creator of the mod, Nowiso, made it for him because he really, really likes shell tricks. So this is going to be a lot of shell stuff.
Oh, so when I think of shell stuff, I think of Thumb Shredder. That is a very famous thing. I believe we've seen that on the GDQ events proper. So is it a little bit like that? Is there just a lot of emphasis on shell jumps throughout this mod?
This is actually a little bit different insofar as there's a lot of unique tricks that you won't see in other mods. It is very good about keeping everything fresh. So there are some shell jumps, but that's kind of like the very basic part of it, and this gets into a lot of advanced tech.
Sure, so there's more to the iceberg, so to speak. So something I always like to ask before doing, especially SMW mods, where would you put this on the scale of difficulty? Would this be something a beginner could pick up, someone with intermediate skills, or expert? What do you think about that with this mod?
Absolutely expert. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 10. This is probably, it's either the hardest or the second hardest mod I've ever played.
Wow. I'm really excited about this. So my last question, I always ask this before we get started. Do you have any safety strats? I want to assume no, but nope. I want to ask. Okay, that's what I figured. So this is pretty much, you have to go all in, you have to be committed to your movement, and you have to have mastery over Super Mario World skills, and then some.
Yep. We're on a short leash, I guess. Is that the right metaphor? I don't even know at this point.
No, I get you. There is just no room for error is what you're saying. You have to go all in. Well, I'm really, really excited to see this. Shoujo, when you are ready, please let me know and count us down, and we will go underway with this. I'm really, really excited.
All right. Oh, you did he say you wanted me to count down? Sorry.
Absolutely, yeah. You let us know, and then we'll start the timer. 2:30 is the estimate here, folks. I did give Shovda an opportunity to raise the estimate to 2:40, etc. Shovda's like, no, we're going to do 2:30. So respect that. I'm excited.
Alrighty, let's 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck. Have fun.
Thank you. All right. So, oh my gosh. Little bit nervous. We are, there is no easy part of this mod. This is all intense from the get-go.
Wow. Anybody in chat here just kind of following where Mario's going on the screen? This reminds me of like a puck during hockey, right? Like it's just so hard to follow where it's going, but it's so fascinating all at the same time. Wow. I am just holding my breath right now. Oh my goodness.
I am too, and I probably should not be. Oh, come on.
That's okay. That's really good. So one of the things for folks watching, if this is your first time watching a Kaizo mod, I've talked with GlitchCat7 about this before. This is, in my opinion, a form of artwork. I mean, the mod itself is an art, and playing through the game itself is a form of art as well. So sometimes if you hear me get quiet during this, that is just me sitting back and taking all of this in. And part of the process, you'll see this with many Kaizo runners, is there is going to be a lot of death here. Why? Because not only is this rusty, which again blows my mind to begin with here, it's also just the way in which these types of games work. There's a lot of trial and error. Even with the proper speedruns, you're still going to get deaths there. Oh my gosh, GG, that is stage 1 Shovda. Wow.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. Let's hear it for Shovda, y'all. And I'm going to give you Shovda's Twitch right now to follow. That is an amazing stage 1. Well done.
Yep, and that's the easiest it gets. So here we go. One thing you'll notice, by the way, in this mod in particular, some of the physics have been changed. You'll notice that you spin jump off of shells and you get a big bounce, which is not how it is in vanilla SMW. So there's very subtle changes that have been done to make the experience a little bit more like cooler, I guess.
We do have a quick question from the chat. What is your PB on this? Just out of curiosity.
PB is a 2850 something.
Wow.
So yeah, I would already be on level 3 or 4 at this point.
Still, the fact that you got past the first level that quickly, knowing how difficult this is from our discussion, this is so awesome to me. So I did notice the spinies here also, Chad, while I'm talking with y'all here. The spinies seem to have some slightly different physics here that I'm noticing from what traditional spinies have.
Yep, if you look closely, you'll notice that there's actually nothing in the shell. It is the shell itself just flying around. So it's supposed to be representative of, like, you know, in Mario Maker, you can grab a shell and throw it, as opposed to having the creature running around.
How perfect does the jump off the P-switch have to be? I'm pretty sure it's close to frame perfect. It has to be.
It's actually a little bit more lenient in this mod in particular. It's another like physics change that has been done to make things just cooler without, you know.
That's good to know.
Yeah. There will be one later on, I believe, in the next level that is frame perfect. But we will get there when we get there.
Good progress so far.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Relearning these on the fly is definitely something.
And again, with each attempt here, you know, there's just a little bit of trial and error that comes with each one of this. And this is expected. This is part of the process here of Kaizo speedrunning.
I am unfortunately dying one of the easy parts right now.
It's okay. Again, everything is part of the process here. We have to trust in the process.
There we go. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I did not want to bother you during that. So out of curiosity, what were those boxes with the pluses and minuses about? The ones that the Spiny went through. Did that control the speed of them?
Yep, that was controlling the speed of the Spiny.
Got it.
Right,
good job on the last stage.
Thank you. This level is going to have what we call a shell board, which is this thing. You ride on it. And it is very unwieldy. And actually, if you see it in any other mod, you're going to be probably pretty upset because they're usually used not very well by people. But Nowiso is kind of a master craftsman and managed to make it a fun experience.
Mm-hmm. So that segment with the shell there that you just did, the kind of fast scrolling one, do you have to have all this memorized or do you go off the muscle memory here?
You know, that is a really good question. I think I'm going off of muscle memory, but I can't tell you for sure. It's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, I think.
Has a Yoshi lived in any Kaizo mod? Yeah! Folks can choose to save a Yoshi at the end of Grand Poo World 2, so yes.
Yep, and there are thankfully a lot of mods now that give you a Yoshi at the end, and some that even kill the player if the Yoshi is not taken to the end. So, you know, we're being kinder to our green friend nowadays.
Yeah, this beginning part seems very, very difficult here. Just getting onto that first multicolored shell.
Yep, there is. I think this mod has some of the hardest beginnings I've ever had to deal with. That was weird. All right.
Do you think that's just like a style or a signature of the designer of this mod?
Yeah, I think so. It's difficult beginnings and difficult endings, like really difficult endings. We'll see a couple, hopefully. Hopefully we'll see a couple. But you can see that the middles are not easy, of course, but pretty relatively simple to deal with.
How do people do this? Patience and practice and passion.
Yep, I actually, so I was on the second to last level of this mod when the last SGDQ happened, and I was practicing it in the practice room, and I eventually did really well, and I beat it, and I had somebody record me beating it a second time on a phone to prove that I could do it, because, you know, we Kaizo players like to actually prove that we can beat some of these things so that it's not just word of mouth or whatever.
Sure.
But as my buddy BK says, and I know Sky knows BK, at that moment I went feral and decided to speedrun this mod.
I do remember that. Yeah, the only familiarity I have with Kaizo-esque difficulty is with Kaizo Ironmon, but I'll tell you something, you see the word Kaizo in anything, it means some serious business.
Did you ever, whoa, that was weird. Did you ever get a clear on Ironmon? I've not kept track.
I did after 1,571 attempts, I did clear it.
Oh my gosh. That is a lot of Pokemon.
Well, I tried to get a second clear and I went up to run 10,000 and didn't get one, so I took a break and now I'm kind of back at it. I call it season 2. I'm trying to get my second clear now.
Okay. There is one level coming up that I'm actually, like, that's what I'm really nervous about, and it is not this level. So I'm a little sad that this is taking me as long as it is.
Don't be sad about that. This is difficult stuff.
That's fair. But there's I'll spoil it. There's an actual midair in this mod. Which is, for those who don't know, is a double frame perfect trick in SMW. Oh, here's the hard ending. Yep. Okay.
Oh my goodness, you were wrong about that. So the beginning and the end, huh? Both of those are kind of like bookends to this level.
Yep. And that P-switch jump will be pretty much frame perfect because the speed you're moving at. I just did not even get a good lineup for it, which is unfortunate.
So someone asked, what is the origin of this Kaizo thing? So Kaizo, I believe, is just a word that means rearranged, but typically it comes to be known as just something that is very difficult. That's what people associate it with, at least. Just something that is, that takes a pretty difficult feat of strength, I guess, to complete would be the best way I could put it, but I'm sure someone could have put it more succinctly than me.
Yep. Can I explain a little bit more?
Oh, please, by all means.
So Kaizo, in SMW at least, comes from the Kaizo trilogy of mods by T. Takimoto. They originally came out the first two came out in 2007 and the third one came out in 2012. So it's actually fairly old. But it was made by Takimoto to make his friend Kiba play some ridiculous, like really challenging stuff. And what Kaizo has come to be known as far as stylistic stuff, is having one precise route of movement in order to complete a level. So you'll notice, like, everything I do in this level, in all of the levels here, there's one way to do it. There's only one path, as opposed to having multiple ways to traverse anything, or having power-ups to damage boost and things like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. With Ironman, I definitely know there's, like, not quite one path, but there's, like, a style of path that is more successful than others in terms of completion. So there are some similarities there.
Okay. Oh, the spring jump is messing me up.
So someone said, do speedrunners solve these frame perfect first and then try to emulate the simulation? I don't know. The way in which I've seen folks do this is, again, like what I was talking about at the beginning, just trial and error. You know, you start on one level, you work on it, and typically you just stick on the same level until you defeat it, and then it's on to the next one. How about you, Shavda? Do you typically go off of like a simulation, or do you just kind of jump into it?
Oh, I just jump into it. Sometimes, if something's particularly hard, a level creator or a mod creator will have like a clear video up, but even that's done just by hand instead of like a task simulation or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Oh, that was picky right there about the jump, the game, very much so. Like, come on, it was right there. Does the shell color change anything in physics? You're talking about the multicolored shell. I don't think it does for this particular one, but it seems like for this one might have special properties of Mario being able to run on it. Shavda could probably say better, because I don't know, like, quite the feel of it.
Yep, it's automatically moving you along instead of running on it, thankfully.
Oh.
There we go.
Hey! GG! Well done. There was also a question from the chat. How many stages is this mod? How many stages?
15. All right, so we're not going to do... Well, there's not 15 stages. There's 15 exits.
Gotcha. Yes.
Some stages have 2 exits, like this one.
Gotcha. Are you doing both of them or just one of them?
Both of them.
Gotcha.
All right, so I didn't want to jinx that, but that was the easiest thing you're ever going to see. When I walked into the secret exit, it said "Ich sterbe nicht im Baby Shells," which is "I don't die in baby shells," which is a shout out to JokerShellOk.
Gotcha.
So but it's kind of nerve-wracking because, you know, if you die there, then you have to redo the whole level as opposed to just that section. Gotcha. So, speaking of shell color doing things, these grayish shells, they do not interact with other shells. So you'll notice I'm kind of like passing through while holding the shell and all of that, and they allow for some really complicated tech and movement. But they're called ghost shells.
I really like them. I like the aesthetic of them.
This is actually one of the levels I'm more nervous about, just because there's a couple really quick up throw to forward throw movements that are just you do need muscle memory for it. It's entirely muscle memory. Right there, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know how you're talking to me and talking to chat while doing this, but wow. Probably muscle memory would be my answer.
Yep. There we go. All muscle memory, you get a lot of practice when you're doing it on Twitch. There's actually, during my PB, chat got so annoyed with me actually responding to them that they by themselves decided not to say anything for the last 5 minutes of the run because they didn't want me to read chat and respond.
Oh goodness. How old is this mod offhand? Do you know?
Probably about a year old right now.
So it's a newer one.
Yep, definitely newer. And you can kind of, just by some of the aesthetics and things like that, there's a lot of stuff that would not have been in older hacks. Like you can see the red on everything's red, but at the top and the bottom of the screen, there's a layer that's kind of scrolling in a weird way that is not scrolling with the rest of everything. It's kind of parallax. That is something that is a big tell that it would be a newer mod.
Yeah, I guess I have never seen those phantom shells before. So yeah, and some of these mechanics before in general. So that would make sense that this one is much newer than some of the other ones I've been seeing lately. So someone in chat was talking about this. So there is a Kaizo level design contest, and that is at KLDC. That happens yearly. And then there's also QLDC, which is questionable level design contest. So Shovda, if you find a spot where you are comfortable playing, where you want to talk about those, please feel free.
Oh, sure. So KLDC, I'm a judge for the first time this year, and people are submitting very tough levels. I just finished up a level today that I'm judging that I think I spent 9 hours on or something like that. But yeah, it's just the best Kaizo-based level that you can submit, and we'll have awards and stuff like that after the judging's done. And then there's QLDC questionable, which is supposed to be more fun, more weird stuff, more the wacky things you can do with SMW. The winner of that this last time around was actually a level that you play entirely on the overworld of SMW, which was really cool.
I think my favorite still, and I'm a little biased towards this, was Don't Press the Yellow Switch. I had fun watching that level.
I don't remember that one, actually.
Oh my goodness, yeah, Oth was a judge that year, or that time around for that. And there was a whole level just based on them telling you to not push the yellow switch, and the game tried to tempt you and stuff into it. It was wild, just absolutely wild.
Huh.
After a while, the game would try to taunt you with rickrolling you and stuff. It was just, it was so good.
Yeah, Oth and I have been the constant judges of QLDC since it began as BLDC when Rezafe came up with the contest.
So yeah, if you want to see some of the judging, are you still judging right now currently, Shovda?
Yep,
so go follow Shovda and you'll be able to see more of this, y'all. If you enjoy Kaizo mods, the style of play, the artwork of this that goes into it in terms of like, you know, what people develop, what people think of. You get to see some of these cutting edge things firsthand through these judging contests. So I would definitely recommend giving Shoved a follow first of all, but taking a look at this, because some of this stuff, like, you cannot make it up. Like, it's so good. Yep, and there's some good examples of beginner level mods too, by the way. Thank you for mentioning that. There is Quickie World and Learn to Kaizo as well. So you don't have to be an expert to pick this up. Just, you know, as Shovda said, you just kind of pick it up and go. And if you feel comfortable with it, you keep going.
Am I allowed to shout out Speedrun Coliseum?
Please do. By all means, Spike was talking about that yesterday.
Okay, so at Speedrun Coliseum, I'm actually going to be running, which is October 6th through 8th on Spike Vegeta's channel. On the 7th, I believe, I'm going to be running 3 different mods that are beginner friendly. Just to show them off and show people what you can play without having thousands of hours of experience in this.
Yeah, and for that same marathon, I'm also going to be running the opener, which will be Pokemon Stadium Rental Rando. So nice. It's going to be so much fun. That one jump in the middle there looks to be the most challenging so far. It felt like even beyond that you were doing very well. It's just that one jump in the middle.
Yeah, it's the whole up throw into the forward throw thing. Thankfully, this is, well, it's not technically the only level that has it, but the other one that does it is much easier. But it's, again, it's pure muscle memory, unfortunately. So I'm just kind of feeling it out for how to do it since it's been a while.
I'll actually be doing comms for you there too for that, Shovda, as will Author Blues.
Yep. No, I'm looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. 100% looking forward to that.
And Oth knows much, much more of the fancy details about Super Mario World physics than I do, so he'll be able to give a more thorough explanation of me, whereas me, I'm just like, whoa, look at that. Yeah, this one's definitely looking to be the toughest level. And also, too, we talk about that signature again on mods. Look at the beginning there again. Just a very tough beginning, and I'm assuming that the ending of this level is also very tough.
Yep. Hopefully I'll one-shot it. We shall see.
Yeah, someone in chat saying, this is one of the hardest levels in the game for sure. I believe it. That middle jump right there is just, oof. But yeah, thank you all so much in chat for being supportive too. This is really difficult stuff, so I do appreciate all of the support and love for Shovda here.
Aw. I do too.
But yeah, the design contests in general were the thing that got me into watching a lot of these Kaizo mods, just because, again, you know, you see a lot of non-traditional mods. You know, when we think of Kaizo mods, we think of, you know, the original Kaizo Mario mods. We think of Grand Poo World 1, Grand Poo World 2. But during these design contests, we kind of get like a little snippet and vision of just a pretty good cross-section of the Kaizo community in general. It provides a really nice snapshot of what these mods are exactly capable of. And I like that.
Yeah, you definitely get a really good look at capabilities, capacities with the fact that everybody's focused on just one level and making it as good as that one level can be. But also just like, there are 68 entries this year, so you're getting such a wide swath of creators with different abilities and different skill sets.
So someone in chat was saying you couldn't find the yellow switch. It is on YouTube, actually. It's called Do Not Press the Yellow Switch, and it is under the Author Blues clips, because of course it is. So that's where you're going to want to find it. It's called Do Not Press the Yellow Switch, and it'll be under Author Blues clips channel. Check that one out after the broadcast tonight. It'll be good. There is a second Grand Poo World. Sorry, yes, Grand Poo World. I actually have the cartridge to Grand Poo World too. Everyone who went to Mario Masters Coliseum that year, Barb provided with a cartridge of Grand Poo World too. So I actually have two in my place because one was given to Off and one was given to me. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, I appreciate everything that goes into the KLDC and QLDC. You know, it takes everyone. It takes the level creators. It takes the judges. It takes the audiences to enjoy the content. So I just appreciate everyone who's involved with the process.
Yep, and shout outs to Dr. No, who is the person behind the scenes who's making sure everything runs right.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes at events. And yeah, there's many different ways to enjoy Kaizo, right? Like, if you just enjoy watching it, that's okay. You know, there's, again, every member of the community is important. People that watch and support the streamers, the people who design the levels, the streamers, the judges, just every level of support and consumption of the content is appreciated.
Yeah, if we didn't have more people who enjoyed watching it than playing it, we wouldn't have, you know, Twitch chats as big as they are for some folks.
Yeah. Someone had asked in chat, are the numbers in these mods distracting, the numbers that you see, or are they just kind of there for you now?
Numbers.
Like there was a shell with numbers on it after that big jump, for example. Someone was asking about that.
Oh.
Like, are they distracting?
Not really. They're necessary for the shell will explode after you hit it that many times, so they're necessary for reading what's going on.
Got it. Another question from the chat. Approximately how long did your first playthrough of this take?
I want to say it took... I'm thinking per level first. It probably took a good 5 hours per level, with a couple taking longer and a couple being shorter. So times that by, I think 13 levels, maybe 12 levels. So probably 60 hours, but that seems like a short estimate, actually. I would probably say closer to like 80 hours.
That wouldn't surprise me, just again, given the nature of this. You know, you make a mistake, you're like, okay, I'm trying to remember to not do that, and I'm trying to remember to not let things deflect this way. It's a lot to take in, right? And while these playthroughs do sound like they take a while, it's just, a lot of it is just repetition and practice.
Yep, just getting used to it. It's actually the next level that I'm most worried, or was most worried about. Now we'll see. But this level was supposed to be a little bit easier as far as I remembered it. I didn't expect to beat it right away, but you know, here we are.
I getcha. Again, you're going to probably have some levels too while you're playing this today that went by much faster than you thought.
Hopefully. Here is open.
I feel like you get over that hurdle in the middle and you've got the rest of this. I think that's honestly what it's about right now.
Yep. I know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, you go. Sorry.
My question is, like, what do you do to motivate yourself during a playthrough when you hit a wall? Like, do you take a break? Like, how do you keep it going?
That's a good question. I don't... I'm a grinder, so I don't really get like demotivated or anything like that. I just kind of keep grinding. You'll see a lot of Kaizo streamers who take some deaths like it seems like very personally, but like there are some streamers, and I'm not going to name any names, who will yell if they die when they're And
sorry.
And it's not a bad thing. It's entertaining, if nothing else. It's definitely it's for the crowd more than anything else. But they'll take it very seemingly seriously, and then they get like demotivated or whatever. But I'm more of just like, take it in stride, keep going. I don't really get demotivated.
That's a good thing. Especially, I would think the toughest part would be like just being on the same level for a while. You know, you're talking about these 80-hour playthroughs, you know, over 15 exits, and the thought of that is wild to me. But it doesn't surprise me, right? Like, there's just so much going on here. There's a couple people in chat saying, "I would yell." Ooh, please say that's it.
Yum.
Shavda!
There we go.
That is amazing! Wow.
Oh.
Wow. I have no words. I have no words, Shavda. Not only did you complete the level, but you did it with that exclamation point. That's a yum. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Here is gonna be the hardest level. If we get through this, then I will be a little bit more relaxed going forward, I think. It ends with an actual midair, which I'm going to pause buffer. Fun fact.
So yeah, when you were talking about sometimes I wonder, again, like you said, it's all different styles of streaming, right? But when you talk about the yelling, sometimes I wonder if that's the way some of these streamers like release energy, right? Like, again, there's one, we're not naming names, but there's one I'm thinking of, and yeah. Oh, goodness.
Yep. You go, sorry.
I actually asked that runner to be on random number generation one time. Like I told this runner, like, would you like to play a Dark Souls rando? And this runner tells me, I don't think, I honestly in good faith couldn't tell you that I couldn't not have a potty mouth during GDQ while doing this. And I'm like, you know what? That's fair. Like, I know what we do is family friendly here, but I get it.
Yep.
And the runner was very respectful about it, but I kind of giggled thinking about the notion, you know? All right, here comes Yoshi.
Ooh. Yep.
And there goes Yoshi. I'm glad y'all are enjoying yourselves so far, chat. I'm really enjoying this too.
I am happy to hear that.
Yeah, we're having a good time over here.
Ugh.
Yeah, shoutouts to Yoshi.
To quote Author Blues, Yoshi is a horse. You can tell because he lays eggs.
I've done all these episodes, right? I've almost had 200 between RNG and Mercy Kill. And Oth is the only runner to still ever curse on my show on accident.
Oh no.
La Mulana.
La Mulana, yep.
We do try to keep it clean here on GDQ, y'all. We wanna be able to share these wonderful experiences with folks. So very much so, we keep swearing down to the absolute minimum so we can have a broader audience. You know, we have to have that next generation of runners. You know what I mean? I say that some of us as runners, we're getting old, and I'm talking about myself.
Woo! Okay.
Oh, GG!
I didn't think that was gonna work. Ooh.
Was that a pause buffer? I couldn't tell.
Yep, that was a pause buffer on the midair.
It's a good one. It's a good one. That was a very good spot there. Set that up.
Ooh. Okay.
You're
now
like,
we can. now we can not relax, but be a little. I'm happy that's done.
You know, this level looks familiar. This feels like it has a little bit of a tiny inspiration. We're calling it an inspiration by Deuce's Lair in Grand Pool World 2. That's what this reminds me of, just ever so slightly.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I don't know that Noiso would agree, but you know, sometimes people try to hide their influences.
I'm just saying, like, the art style of the level, you know, you're kind of in a sewer, there's the green stuff everywhere, like, that's what I mean. Maybe not necessarily, like, the tricks and the movement, but the aesthetics of the level.
Fair.
I'll tell y'all, I'll let y'all in on something behind the curtain. When I do those Forbidden Memory runs, it's hard for me to not swear. We have to say, you know, beans, shucks. We all have our, like, mini curse words to fall back on just in case, you know what I'm saying? Heck is a good one.
Yep, it is easier to have something else to do than to cut out a habit wholesale.
Oh, yes. Oh, I don't have the music. Someone said, is this TMNT inspired? Is this the Damn music from TMNT?
I don't think the Damn music, but it is from Turtles in Time. And that's also
Turtles in Time.
Yep. It's that's actually where the inspiration is for the aesthetic as well. It's all it is all TMNT for the Super Nintendo.
Okay, that's sewer surfing. I turned on the stream just for a second to hear that. I heard like 4 notes. Yeah, that's sewer surfing from TMNT. Sewer surfing. Great game there. Turtles in Time. That's the other thing that I really like about these Kaizo mods is there's always good music, no matter what. I don't know if I've encountered, other than maybe some of the ones for QLDC done intentionally. I don't think I've encountered bad music.
You will, you'll occasionally get some bad music, but it is pretty rare as far as, mods that people will run having good or bad music. That's pretty consistent.
Also, GG there. Nice level.
That is probably it's one of the easier levels in the mod, in the game.
Nice.
Now we get a really cool level with booze everywhere.
Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks to some of the original Kaizo mods here, some of the ghost levels from there. Aw, that boomerang formed a smiley face. I saw it. The game smiled at us. Chat, let me know when you see it. Yep, there it is. There's the smiley face.
Oh, I do see it. I never noticed that before.
Yeah, it's cute. I think the boos are cute.
Yeah.
Castlevania music. Let me listen for a sec. It is Castlevania, I just don't remember which iteration it's from.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Oh, another favorite of mine, another favorite mod, that one is kind of more mainline at this point. I remember when it first came out, is Invictus by Just Cook. That one's actually very adored. I love watching that one.
Yep, I actually ran that at the last Mercy kill I did.
I do remember that. I remember having a good time too with that one. Someone asked, does every blue shell in Kaizo, does that 2 times small bounce, then 1 bigger bounce, or is that the runner? That I'm not sure about. I can't tell.
That's just this particular. That's me and this particular trick.
Yeah, that looks like an infinite sign there on the my old eyes here. Yeah, that's an infinite sign on that shell. This is such a cool level. So the thing I would be concerned about here personally, just that tiny bit of flashing on screen, does that distract you?
Nope. I actually have stopped noticing it until you mentioned it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not distracting still. But same thing with like the numbers. On the shells, I just completely forgot that they were there until somebody asked about it.
Gotcha. Ooh, nice. Okay, H.
Yeah, the only time you get H's in this mod are when we have boss fights. And
Gotcha.
this is a nice custom boo.
It's usually the boos that get used as the bosses, I've noticed. Every now and then you'll get like a Koopa Kid, but here, there's a lot of big boo bosses. Oh, and this one goes into a level. Oh my gosh.
Yep. Noiso, the creator, is really good about, knows a lot of like ASM, which is the programming language, and all of that. And so creates his own bosses just from scratch. But yeah, the vanilla boos are the easiest to use for sure because of their movement being actually dynamic as opposed to the Koopa Kids being pretty basic and like relatively stationary. And I don't know if you noticed, but you can actually see a health bar on the top right of the screen. A lot of people don't notice that right away, which is a cool little feature. There we go.
Wow. I blinked and that boss was dead on that attempt.
All right, so in this level we have these icicle things that will freeze Mario. But first we're doing the secret exit, which is much longer than the first secret exit, and we will be using the fire flower to break giant ice blocks.
I noticed a lot of these assets are actually taken from, oh, does this start at an H?
Yep. No, I already got the checkpoint.
Oh my goodness, again, I blink and I miss this stuff. You're going fast.
It's thankfully a pretty easy first section to get to the checkpoint here.
But no, I noticed some of these assets are used from Super Mario All-Stars. I'm recognizing a lot of the sprites used from there.
I would unfortunately not be able to tell you which is taken from where. Okay, that was good.
Wow! Made it look easy. You made that level look easy, Shugga.
Now we got motor skills, which for those of you who don't know means that you can switch back and forth between your jump types in the air. And this shell switches back and forth between a regular shell and a spiny shell, so you need to consistently be switching back and forth to be able to land on it.
By the way, chat was very wowed by that last level. Very wowed by how fast that was.
Yay.
Yes, one of the most important things, I'm glad you brought this up, chat. It is very important to take care of your hands. There's various ways you can do this, but one of them is just making sure you take adequate breaks. I did not know about this when I started running games 10 years ago, but compression gloves actually are a help for me, at least, when I go through this. Compression gloves, occasionally ice if I overuse or overmash.
Yeah, I actually genetically have weak wrists. So I had to have wrist reconstructive surgeries, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep. Which is a relatively new thing in the field of orthopedic surgery. Fun fact: I first had carpal tunnel release surgeries, hoping that would help. It didn't help because it turned out that the wrist tendons themselves were loose, like structurally. But within the last couple of years, they've developed a surgery where they replace the ends of your tendons. This is a little, hopefully not too graphic, but they replace the ends of your tendons with internal braces. So I have medical equipment for tendons.
If anything, I'm happy that those procedures exist to help out with that.
Yeah, me too. But now I don't really need to take care of them because they're just medically fixed. But I do still have all of the, like, if anybody ever needs it, I give them like the packet that I was given however long ago for stretches and things to do for hand stuff and all of that.
Yep, and the same is to be said too for making sure to stretch, you know, your arms and your legs if able, you know, just whatever you can do to help out. Make sure you're staying hydrated. You know, we talk about that all the time in the speedrunning community, but it's extra true for us. Yeah, that is a interesting question. How long did it take for you to recover from everything before you could start running again? Like, did you have to ease back into everything?
It was like an 8-week recovery per side, I think. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of the mod called Hyper 6, Guy?
Oh, of course I have. I'm with Author Blues.
Right.
You did that.
my recovery process, I played Hyper 6 with one hand.
Oh my god. Did you use the one-handed controller?
Yep, the Super L5. Off has
We have
two
one
of
of
those. Yep.
Yep.
I also speedran 11 exit SMW and got a 1102, I believe, with one hand.
Now that you mention that, I remember watching you do that, and I didn't know at the time why you were using the one-handed controller, but that all makes sense now, just given the story and such. Wow.
Yeah, so I think oops, sorry.
All I was going to say is, you know, the controller in particular, it just shows you, again, we've come a long ways for accessibility in gaming as well, too. And I'm just happy that such things exist.
Yeah, same.
But I'll have to go back and watch that PB of yours at some point because that sounds so awesome.
I actually managed to get them to add a one. Okay, so get this. I don't know when the last time you looked at the SMW leaderboard is, but
It's been a little while, but I'm listening.
If you look at the category extension, there's things such as longest path and 4 yumps, and in the 6th. And in A6, where you create the 6 yourself using block dupes in Yoshi's Island 2, and things like that. And they had the audacity to not add a one-handed 11 exit category for a while, and I had to fight them on it.
Yeah, there needs to be that for any game, really. For any game where that controller is compatible, I feel like that is a really good idea. But yeah, you're talking about all those categories in the 6. I was actually watching Tina Hacks run that the other day. I didn't know what in the 6 was, so she showed me, and I was just like, wow, that's freaking amazing. 96 exit S? What is that? I've ran 96 exits, but I haven't ran 96 exit S.
Oh, I should know what that is. I knew at one point.
Well, this chat member said do not run 96 exit S, so I have to assume it has some wild features to it. Oh, okay, so we've seen the pipe in this level. I don't know if there's an H after it or if that's the end. We'll find out.
Yep.
It's 96 exits, just like 96 exits, except the exits don't have to be unique. What?
Gross.
That's literally just you finishing Star World 3 a bunch of times. That's amazing.
And I bet you that's on the leaderboard too. Yep.
Oh, I bet. I don't think I'd want to complete Star World 3 that many times. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, the one where you complete Sandopolis over and over. Yeah, Argic Huds et al. Was talking about that. All right, here we go. Shovda for yump number 2. The kick is up and it is good. That is 2 yumps for Shovda. For 2 switch fallacies.
Yep, 2 for 2.
Beautiful. That's the thing that matters to me the most.
Well, then,
Gotta love the yumps.
It was perfect because that's all we have for switch palaces.
That's beautiful. Another tough beginning to this level, you don't say.
Yeah. Oops. I remember what to do now. I completely forgot what the trick was. Incredible.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about the 960. I remember watching quite a few of my friends completing that back in the day. I don't know if I wanted to remember the 960, but now I do. It's a lot of exits.
There we go. Okay.
Yo, very nice. That was also a quick level.
Next one we have up is another really hard one. So I am excited. Storm Booster. And it's another rough beginning.
Little bit of a flash warning here for chat. Little flash warning here. If you are sensitive to flashing, you may want to look away for the duration of this level.
Which will hopefully be quick.
Yes. Yeah, see, whenever I used to speedrun Mario 3 on the All-Stars version, I had to stop doing it for a little while because the airship levels had the same flash to it, and it just got too distracting for my eyes.
Ah, okay. That's the ending.
That looked cool.
Yep.
I'm just saying, that looked really cool.
Yep, the ending is that block up throw into a shell-assisted midair. Which is, it's gonna take a couple attempts. Probably. Yep. Ah, okay. Well, that is also pure muscle memory. There's no way I'm consciously doing all of the inputs for that.
I put the music on real quick just because I was interested. I expected to hear Storm Eagle from Mega Man X, but it is not Storm Eagle.
Oh, I'm not sure what it is though, actually.
Yeah, me neither.
It may be one of the original ports that somebody did. It may not actually be from a game.
It sounds like almost NES-like. There's like some NES vibes to it.
Yeah. I can hear that.
I hope you're having a good time, Shovda. I have been really impressed with the gameplay, and I'm really glad you came on the show.
Aw, thank you. Yeah, I'm having a good time so far. I'm enjoying this. This is going a little bit better than I expected, actually. No, the late shell jump. Okay.
Yeah, you seem to be playing I mean, you were always playing great, but at the beginning I could tell you were a little nervous, and now you're just like getting into it. And I believe that's how Kaizo games work, right? Like at first it might be a little nerve-wracking, but as soon as you find your groove, like it's just good.
Yep, for sure.
What is this level? I think the name is called Storm Chaser, I think?
Storm Booster, yep.
Or Storm Booster. Yeah, Storm Booster. Yeah, before we went on the air tonight, Jojo was like, I guarantee you this will probably be one of the toughest things anybody's run on Mercy Killing. And yeah, you're right. No disputes there. Dang.
Well, this is a toughie, let me tell you.
I've really enjoyed the gameplay. This is wild. You've been a really great sport about this because, again, it would be so easy to get frustrated just by, just Kaizo period. And you are just having a good attitude. You're talking during these levels, which I try to keep my mouth shut towards the end if I've seen something I haven't seen. But yeah.
Yeah, if you have any questions or if Chad has any questions, I am more than happy to keep talking. I sometimes blank on what to say myself, but I'm always happy to keep communicating.
Sure. I can't believe I've never seen this before. I've been, being with Auth and the various contests, I kind of keep an eye on a lot of these mods, but this is one I have not seen yet, and now I kind of want to. Is this the only one that was made? The only Joker shell that was made?
Yep.
Heck, I was hoping there was a sequel to this because this is fascinating to me.
I wouldn't doubt it if Noisa puts out a sequel eventually, but for now it's definitely the only one. And it's actually not on SMW Central. In fact, Noisa released it through Discord.
Interesting. Yeah, someone in chat saying, my brain can't even process this. Don't worry, you are not the only one. I have been speedrunning for 10 years, and my brain can't process this either. I'm just more or less going, ooh, shiny content. It's very beautiful looking, though. Just the gameplay, the music, it all comes together, like I said, like a work of art. What these games and mods remind me of. Oh, apparently it is available on SMW Central.
Nope, I can guarantee you it's not.
It is not? Okay, I will definitely take your word for it. This is made you want to play Kaizo mods. You should. The community is very welcoming, I'll tell you that. A lot of folks in the Kaizo and Kaizo modding community are friends, and y'all should check out all of their channels and their work. And again, you can start out with Shovda's Twitch channel. So it's right here, twitch.tv/Shovda. For folks watching on YouTube, that is SHOVDA. And speaking of which as well, I don't want to leave out the wonderful YouTube folks. If you are watching on YouTube, be sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also go to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick if you're interested in looking at our live content. And your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits shared on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick Hotfix. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy the daily speedrunning content. Because you get this kind of quality gaming, and I love it.
It's worth noting that the Kaizo community is very welcoming to people from all genders, sexualities, race, creed, things like that. It has thankfully gotten better over the years. We have become a very inclusive community.
Yeah, and again, it is worth noting too, as noted in chat, that there are all different kinds of difficulty levels of these Kaizo mods as well. So if one looks like, like you might not want to start on that one, that's okay. There's all different kinds out there. I've seen a lot of people enjoy Quickie World as their first Kaizo mod.
Yep, Quickie World, Moo World, Rob Father World. There's it used to be Quickie World was the beginner friendly mod, the beginner friendly mod. But thankfully, people have been making more and more beginner friendly ones.
That's good. I'm really happy about that. Are the next levels going to be even harder? I would assume yes.
They'll be harder in different ways. I think this one with the ending is probably the hardest of what we have left. Just that trick right there is just nasty.
Folks are saying in chat, "Love Yourself" is a good intro, Kaizo.
Yep, that is one of the mods I'll be playing at Speedrun Coliseum, by the way. Love Yourself by Chandan Torre.
Also, too, another one of my favorites, I might be a little biased, is Super Amethyst World. I'm a fan of that one.
Yep, that's one of mine.
Yep. Like I said, I might be a bit biased.
It even has a Sky Bills level in it.
It does, and it's adorable.
Actually, I have made, fun fact, a lot of people do not, think of me as a creator for one reason or another, I guess just being more of a streamer and player. But I have made, I think, 6 mods.
Wow.
Yep.
I did not know that. I knew you had at least 3 to 4. I did not know there's been 6. That's... wow. I'm gonna have to check out the rest of them that I haven't seen yet. Oops All Fortresses is a good, easier one, too.
That is another one I'll be playing. Coliseum. My speed run of Oops All Fortresses is 5 minutes. So that is a very quick, very, very easy mod. It'll be those 2 and Quickie World 2 are what I'll be playing.
Someone said that ending is rough. Are you talking about the one to Oops All Fortresses? Also, another question. Do you ever play these levels on slow mode to process what inputs you have to do to complete levels?
I don't. I play on hardware. I use a Super NT, so I actually don't have that ability on my setup to do slow mode or rewind or anything like that.
I have one of those old school. It was one of the first gifts Off ever gave to me. You plug it into your Super Nintendo and you can create save states by doing hitting a thing to save and then another thing to load in there. I forget what it's called, but it is a very old way of being able to practice.
Huh.
I still have it somewhere too. I just haven't used it in a while.
There we go.
Hey! Well done. By the way, too, I will let you know if you are sensitive to flashing when you can look again, and you are good right now. So you can look again if you are sensitive to flashing. The flashing should be over. If we find more, I'll let you know. Oh, this one's very pretty. I like this.
No, it's a nice little nexus, so it just makes sure that yep.
Yep, that's the check.
Yep.
Gotcha. I'm still gonna say GG because the game did as well.
And then we have Not Butter Bridge, which this is the level that I, according to BK, went feral on.
Oh. Oh, heck. Chad said, yay, one shot on the last level. I can't believe it's not a butter bridge. Hey, I'll tell you something, playing those butter bridge levels when you're like 4 years old is legit tough. I'm just saying.
Oh, agreed.
Oh, I remembered what the name of that device was called. It was called a knock attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think LinkedIn still uses one of those. Fun fact.
Yeah. Like I said, it was one of the first gifts Oth had ever given me when I first learned to speedrun.
Aw.
Yeah. 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, the hitbox for that buzzsaw is kind of tiny.
Yep. It is kind of nasty.
Wait, do you need to keep both those shells?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, one of them's a ghost shell, so they thankfully don't interact, or else it would probably be impossible. But
Yeah.
It's still...
Oh, that was so close. That was Mario's baby toe. So if you don't mind, Shubda, I'll try to pick an opportunity here. And again, if you want to pick a different level, that's fine. I want you to talk a little bit about the stream. I know we had talked about the Kaizo level design contest, or KLDC. What have you been working on? When do you stream? And what do you plan on streaming going forward?
Well, I mostly stream in the mornings now. I try to wake up at like 7 or 8 in the morning and stream for a couple hours. I've been working on some other things outside of stream, so I haven't had as much time as maybe I would like lately. But right now it's KLDC and just pure KLDC. I've got like 40 something levels left to get through between preparing for Speedrun Coliseum, and I've got another wrist surgery coming up soon just for scar tissue stuff, nothing major. But I need to get through those as fast as possible to catch up with the other judges. But for me, it's Kaizo content all the time. It's a fairly relaxed stream. We just chat about whatever's going on. Sometimes you'll catch me talking about poetry or queer theory, which is a lot of fun, I think. But it's a good time. It's very relaxed, very chill.
I agree. Those are early hours for me, so I lurk more than talk, but I enjoy. I also, for reference of y'all, like early for me is like 11 a.m., so I'm on very different sleep hours. That's because I'm one of those late night streamers.
Yeah, I used to be more like that, but I don't know. My sleep schedule is non-24 technically, so yeah. Sometimes maybe I'll stream late at night or something like that. It just depends, like day to day, what's going on.
Mm-hmm. You can tell when it's getting intense because I'll be quiet for a second to follow along with the new content. Who in chat has been following along? Like, if there's a death really close to the end, how many of y'all are like, oh, with me? I do that a lot. Like when I watch TV and stuff. Hey!
There we go.
Oh my gosh! That scared the crap out of me. Sorry. How do you not get startled by that? That's another question I have. We see that a lot at the end of levels. How do you not get startled by that?
By the saw? Or
no, just like the random stuff before the goal line. My gosh.
Oh, you get used to it.
So this is the final level, you said?
Yep.
Wow. Oh, let's see where the timer's at right now, actually. And I'm gonna wait to see if I can get a sync here. Yeah, I was on the edge of my chair and that saw dropped. I almost fell out of my chair.
Yeah, it almost got me the first time I played this. Almost. Thankfully, it's the one of 2 ending trolls in the whole mod.
All right, so I am showing still. Now this is counting down because we count down on Mercy Kill. You have 1 hour and 10 approximately left.
Okay. That is good news to hear, actually.
So plenty of time for this. I don't know how long. Typically in Kaizo mods, the last level tends to be a little longer and grander, so we'll see where this one goes.
It's definitely going to be harder in any case. Not super long, but it'll be pretty difficult. And as you can see, it's bringing back everything we've seen before in the game. You see that shell board. We've got these up throw, forward throw things. Motor skills are on again. It's bringing everything into one package. And it messes with your brain a little bit, having everything going on.
Yes, this is considered rusty for shoved up, but keep in mind. Now, again, you have different physics, different feels to mods, but this is, in general, shoved is bread and butter, right? Like, shoved does all different kinds of SMW mods and stuff, but again, it does change with each mod, right? Like, there's different styles, physics, etc. So in a way that could work against you, right, Shoved? Because like you're used to seeing something and you think something's gonna work a certain way and then it doesn't. Do you find that nice H. Do you find that works well for you, that you play other mods frequently, or do you find that it works against you because you get used to one style?
I think it helps out a lot, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. I think the physics changes in this are so they're minimal as far as actual like what it does to Mario, I would say. So you're still controlling SMW Mario, right?
Yeah.
It's just like shells bounce differently, but that's pretty much taken care of by memorizing the levels themselves and what you're doing. It almost doesn't even matter that they're changed. You go with the flow. And this is a Koopa larva, which is what JokerShellOk, the person the mod is named after, calls Koopalings. So we have a very, very angry Koopa larva. That was weird.
Did you expect to get to the final boss so soon? I want you to be honest with me here.
Nope, absolutely not. 100% and surprised. Actually.
Jumped out here just gaming, chat. This little Koopa boss is making me giggle. It's just this tiny shellless Koopa. With the frowny face, though. I just noticed the frowny face. It's so sad.
The fun fact, this is a 3-part boss. We are in part 1 right now. You can see the health bar at the top right of the screen again, like with the Boo boss. But once we get past the first phase, everything after it is pure memorization as to what to do. So anytime we get past the first phase, which I believe is 3 hits, we have a chance. No guarantees, but we have a chance.
Gotcha. definitely one of the more creative end bosses I've seen.
Yep, and again, it's made purely from scratch by Noiso himself. So it's you're gonna get some really cool original stuff when people can use ASM. And I got really lucky getting a hit while he dropped down on me. Huh.
What was your initial thought when getting to the end of this and just seeing this little tiny boss?
I thought it was a joke boss at first, which you see in some mods where it's like a one-hit kill kind of thing. And then it was not that, and I got put in my place really quickly.
Yeah, the old, oh, I have to defeat this. Oh, this is deceptively difficult.
Yep, yep.
In a way, its attack patterns ever so slightly remind me of the Chuck from Grand Poo World 2, just from like some of the ways and patterns in which it moves.
Yeah.
Kind of floaty, unpredictable.
Yeah, good old cluster Chuck, as people call him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely also like another impression I'm getting from this boss. I've never played it, but I've watched it a lot of like the Boshi type runs where it's like that extended fight, there's multiple phases and all that.
Yep. No, yeah, for sure. I can see that. Uh-oh.
Oh,
okay.
No.
Okay,
No.
so it's predetermined except for where those swamps come out. So they can come out in like 3 or 4 different patterns.
How were you supposed to dodge that?
Going under.
Gotcha. Oof. Quite the expectation that creator has put on the gamer.
No. I am getting a little messed up by getting hit by the corner of the boss here. I keep thinking I'm gonna get the hits, and then I hit the corner of him and he hits me. Okay. Oh.
Sorry, I'm just very mesmerized by this boss right now and looking at all the patterns and everything involved with it.
All good. All good. I'm thinking of things to say too, but I'm drawing a blank while I
No, this is tough. There's a lot going on.
All right, I gotta get better at getting on top of them.
You've got plenty of time. Plenty of time for this boss.
Yeah, sometimes you get relatively unwinnable situations there.
Yeah, I was noticing that actually. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the game expected you to do there.
There are ways around it, but okay, maybe not. Maybe there wasn't there. I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt, and then it just does the same thing again.
Oh, yes.
Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that motor skills are on again, and you have to spin jump off of the shell you're holding, and you drop it and spin jump to get up to the boss. So it is.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of a tough little maneuver to do that. You're not just doing a regular jump to get up there.
Have you ever paused just because your hands needed a break during this?
Not during the run, no.
Okay. Yeah, I've had to do that during Hades sometimes because Hades I love, but it's one of those games that just hurts my hands so much.
Yep. No, I can see that for sure.
And there's not even like a clear pattern to this, right? I feel like this boss just keeps changing it up.
Yep, I wish it had a pattern, but it is definitely random.
So on top of everything else here, you're fighting RNG.
Yep.
we've heard of happy little clouds before. This is what an unhappy little cloud looks like.
He is definitely, definitely frowning about something.
Do you feel like the rust at all has been a factor in this run?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. It's been, thankfully, the muscle memory comes back after a little bit. But again, my PB is like a 28 something.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd be all the way done with this by now, for sure. I'm surprised we got here as quickly as we did, but it was still rough getting here.
Understandable. I explained to folks, you know, it doesn't take long for a Kaizo game to rust. It really doesn't.
No, this is I ran this on Tiny Tree Fort. I think I told you 2 months ago, but I think it's more like 3 months ago at this point. And
yeah,
I lost. We'll see exactly how long, but at least like an hour and a half on my run.
Sorry, off who's not playing this game and making a comment about another game, and I had to turn off my mic for a second.
Oh, good.
He said, I was almost there, really loud.
What is he playing?
I think he's playing Wario Land 3.
Oh, okay. That's right.
He's
I have seen him playing that recently. Sorry.
He's very vocal when he games sometimes.
Yeah. I can see that. And call it. Time.
Time? Wow! You still had... Hang on, let me see how much longer you had to go on your timer. Looks like 51-ish minutes left.
Oh, wow.
I'll get the official count here from Richard in a second.
Okay.
51:39 left.
Oh,
I'll
wow.
have to convert that to a time, but...
All right, we could have done
Wow.
2 hours then. That is honestly surprising as all heck to me.
Wow. I don't know what to say. Like, I am at a loss. Well, first of all, follow Shovda. How about that? We'll start there. We'll start there. Here. I can't believe that. That was a heck of a run.
Yeah, it was. That was good. That was good.
I don't know. Like I said, that was so good. I'm at a loss. Unreal. Yes, that's another one good word. That's wild, fantastic. You know, pick your favorite metaphor, chat. That was just ridiculously good. I'm impressed. I'm so impressed. So let me guess, you exceeded your own expectations. Yeah?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm very happy with that.
And I know you're very critical on yourself sometimes, where I'm like, nah, don't be so hard on your, no, when you say, wow, I did well, I'm like, yeah, no question about it. So, you know, this is your second time on here. How do you feel about the Mercy Kill experience after putting it up against a very, very difficult Kaizo mod such as that?
I'm feeling good about it. You know, everything's feeling really good right now. So,
yes, you should.
Yeah, so the Mercy Kill experience is great.
Yeah, chat's like, easy game. That is not an easy game. I'll tell you that. I couldn't do that. Just wow. Well, I mean, this isn't the end of our GDQ Hotfix programming. We do have another show, but I want to ask you, Shabda, do you have any shout-outs or anything else you would like to discuss before we go into our break before the next show?
You know, shout-outs to Noiso for making the mod. Shout-outs to JokerShellOk for really liking shells enough that somebody made a mod for him about shells. Shoutouts to GlitchCat7 for calling me a shell gamer when I got the world record for this. And now I jokingly said that I don't even feel like a real shell gamer still. And Glitch was like, you've got the world record in the hardest shell hack that exists. Like, come on. And now whenever I go into his chat, he's like, look, it's renowned shell gamer Shavda.
That's so good.
So shoutouts to Glitch.
I would agree there. We've had GlitchCat on here before too. So again, another fantastic Kaizo gamer as well. Well, I want to thank you for being here. And I want to thank you for submitting that must have been difficult to even submit a game such as this. That's Rusty. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking that plunge and treating us to that. That was amazing.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course. So again, you all can follow Shavda at twitch.tv/Shavda. Again, for folks watching on YouTube, that is SHOVDA, all one word. So, real quickly here, we do have some announcements on behalf of Games Done Quick. Remember that GDQX is coming up and will be live from TwitchCon October 20th through the 22nd. The event will take place on the Games Done Quick stage as well as streamed live on our Twitch channel. Use !GDQX in Twitch chat to find out more info and check out the schedule. So again, Rusty Games, Mercy Kill, y'all should come here every other week. It's going to be absolutely great. I hope y'all continue to come and join us. We're getting close to that episode 100. It is coming here ever so quickly. So again, just thank you everyone for your support. And this is not the end of our broadcast here on Games Done Quick Hotfix. Stay tuned for Passion Project coming up after the break. I'm Skybills for GDQ Hotfix. Take it away, Amber.